So, X-Men First Class was my favorite X-Men movie because it was the origin of the X-Men and also the origin for Magneto. But then I got to see X-Men Apocalypse, and X-Men Apocalypse is, in my opinion, the closest X-Men movie to the comics and the 90s cartoon. I love how Fox always have balls with these movies, not like the MCU. This movie have always been dark, and the things that Apocalypse do in this movie is stuff that the MCU will never do with a villain in a MCU movie. And yes, Oscar Isaac was great as Apocalypse. I love Days of Future Past as a movie, but the problem that I have with it is that it doesn't feel like an X-Men movie. I don't know if that makes sense, but take it as it is. I can tell on how some people will have problems with some of the origin for some characters in this movie. But again, it's a movie on comics, and that is something that they never barely do right. So if you're gonna have a problem with some of these origins for these movies, then you should have a problem with some stuff on other comic book movies, any of them. We haven't really got anything right, like perfect to a comic. So it's something that nobody should be biased about. And pretty much the balance of this movie, the balance of the action, the story, the comedy, and the seriousness is something that the MCU should learn from this movie. Or these movies, the X-Men movies from Fox, and that is why I will say this again. The X-Men should stay with Fox because I just feel like Fox is doing X-Men right. They're doing it really, really good. Even though the movies, the X-Men movies, at least some of them don't really feel like X-Men movies, but at least they know how to do villains and at least they know how to do story. So at least from Apocalypse you get to see how they're going back, they kind of going forward with getting closer to the comics and getting closer to the 90s cartoon. So yeah, if you've seen the movie, let me know what you think about it. And again, thank you everyone for watching my videos and have a good one.